There's a birthday among us tonight. The Christmas Carol, Joy to the World, the most published Christmas hymn in North America, is having a birthday. Anybody know how old it is? 300 years old. First published in 1719. Words by Isaac Watts, sung to a tune by George Friedrich Handel. It's got some pedigree to it. Isaac Watts based Joy to the World on verse 4 of Psalm 98, which goes like this. Make a joyful noise unto the Lord, all the earth. Make a loud noise and rejoice and sing praise. And I gotta ask, how often do you do this? Make a joyful noise, rejoice, and sing praise. You see, there's a lot of noise out there these days, a lot of human shouting, and it's not joyful. Quite the opposite, everyone feels quite free to rail and rant and rage these days. Am I right? Many of you know the poem by William Butler Yeats, The Second Coming. The falcon cannot hear the falconer. There's too much noise, too much shouting. Mere anarchy is loosed upon the world. The blood-dim tide is loosed, and everywhere the ceremony of innocence and drowned. Help me out here. The best lack what? All conviction. And the worst are full of what? Passionate intensity. The best lack all conviction, while the worst are full of passionate intensity. So here's my proposal tonight. What if we turned Yeats's observation on its head and proved otherwise? Proved Yeats wrong. What if the best, and I'm supposing here, I'm guessing, I'm making some assumptions here, I'm just assuming you're the best. Amen. What if the best were to raise your voices? Not in rant, not in tirade, not in diatribe or harangue, not in scolding, not in meanness, not in judgment, not in rage or bluster or histrionics, not in passionate intensity. What if the best, what if you weren't heard to be ranting about everything that's wrong? Although there's a lot wrong, I'll give you that. There is a lot wrong. But what if you were heard to be praising everything that's right? Praising beauty, defending kindness, proclaiming justice, decreeing gentleness, announcing grace, singing love. What if we shouted love, bellowed love, roared it and incarnated it? What if the best, what if you exercised passionate intensity over love and mercy and grace? What if you raised your voices not to deride or belittle, but to build bridges? There's a catch, though. To do so would mean this: you, we, me, we'd have to make room in our hearts. Prepare him room in our hearts, which means we'd have to do some heart house cleaning. Clean out the too easy hatreds, discard the partisan rankle, shed the certainty that they're wrong and I am right. I know you are, but. We'd have to clean out the noxious stuff in our hearts that's thrown in the towel and given up on good, given up on God, given up on hope. We have no right to give up. It would mean you'd have to trust God more than CNN or Fox News or your favorite columnist. Can you do that? It would mean trusting the angel's proclamation of peace on earth and goodwill among all people, despite the evidence to the contrary. It would mean believing and trusting that at the end of the day, or at the end of the world, or at the end of your life, there is something more, something fine and eternal, transcendent, something resplendent, that truth and grace matter, that love has the last word, It means believing that we humans live in a redemptive universe, made redemptive by this, that at the heart of it all, the universe is not against us, nor indifferent to human plight, but benevolent. So benevolent, so kindly, so well-meaning toward you and I, that the great mystery, the Holy One, the numinous energy at the heart of it all, was born an infant, soft and vulnerable and so beautiful and so innocent we can't take our eyes off him. So magical is he, so disarming, that we are irresistibly drawn to this tender gift. And this, we come to understand that in beholding this child, we see God. You don't have to believe any of this. You can shout bah and humbug and join the ranters, the angry shouters, the despisers and despairers. You can. Go ahead. Or you could rise up. You could stand up. Right now, stand up. You could rise up. Stand up. Get to your feet. You can rise up and side with the angels and side with God and side with good, side with mercy, side with justice. You can lift your voice. You can make some noise. You can proclaim this: joy, joy to the world, joy to the earth. Why? I'll tell you why. The Savior reigns. It is he who rules the world, he who reigns, not the earthly kings, not the presidents, not the prime ministers, not the potentates, not the strong men. Christ rules the world with truth and grace. Here's the claim of Christmas, and what Isaac Watts wants you to make noise about, that at the heart and center of the universe, it's not indifferent, nor malevolent, but benevolent. You ask me, that's something to make some noise over. So sing like you mean it, because if you lack conviction, if you let the worst of us shout down and drown out the best of us, then the worst will win. For Christ's sake, for God's sake, don't let the worst win.